कुरान के मालिक गुजारिश है तुझसे मेरे दिल में कुरान बसा मेरे मौला।
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह वस्सलातु वस्सलामु अला रसूलिल्लाह वल्लज़ीना कज़्ज़बू बिआयातिना सनस्तदरिजुहुम मिन हैथु ला यअलमून. And those who belied our verses, we shall gradually drive them towards punishment from where they will know not. وَأُمْلِي لَهُمْ إِنَّ كَيْدِي مَتِينٌ. And I will give them respite. Indeed, my secret plan is extremely firm. أَوَلَمْ يَتَفَكَّرُوا مَا بِصَاحِبِهِمْ مِنْ جِنَّةٍ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا نَذِيرٌ مُبِينٌ. Do they not ponder that their companion, that is, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, has nothing to do with insanity? He is a clear warner. أَوَلَمْ يَنظُرُوا فِي مَلَكُوتِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَمَا خَلَقَ اللَّهُ مِنْ شَيْءٍ وَأَنْ عَسَىٰ أَنْ يَكُونَ قَدِ اقْتَرَبَ أَجَلُهُمْ فَبِأَيِّ حَدِيثٍ بَعْدَهُ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Have they not pondered regarding the kingdom of the heavens and the earth, and whatever things Allah has created? And perhaps that their promise of death has come close. So, after this, that is the Quran, what will they believe in? مَن يُضْلِلِ اللَّهُ فَلَا هَادِيَ لَهُ وَيَذَرُهُمْ فِي طُغْيَانِهِمْ يَعْمَهُونَ. For the one whom Allah causes to go astray, there is no one to guide him, and He leaves them to wander in their rebellion. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ أَيَّانَ مُرْسَاهَا قُلْ إِنَّمَا عِلْمُهَا عِنْدَ رَبِّي لَا يُجَلِّيهَا لِوَقْتِهَا إِلَّا هُوَ ثَقُلَتْ فِي السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ لَا تَأْتِيكُمْ إِلَّا بَغْتَةً يَسْأَلُونَكَ كَأَنَّكَ حَفِيٌّ عَنْهَا قُلْ إِنَّمَا عِلْمُهَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ وَلَكِنَّ أَكْثَرَ النَّاسِ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. They ask you about the hour, that is, the day of judgment, that when will it be established? Say, O beloved, indeed its knowledge is with my Lord, only He will reveal it at its time. Heavy is its burden in the heavens and the earth. It will not come to you except suddenly. They question you as if you have researched it deeply. Say, O beloved, indeed its knowledge is only with Allah on His own accord, but most people know not. قُلْ لَا أَمْلِكُ لِنَفْسِي نَفْعًا وَلَا ضَرًّا إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ وَلَوْ كُنْتُ أَعْلَمُ الْغَيْبَ لَاسْتَكْثَرْتُ مِنَ الْخَيْرِ وَمَا مَسَّنِيَ السُّوءُ إِنْ أَنَا إِلَّا نَذِيرٌ وَبَشِيرٌ لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. Say, O beloved, I have no power on my own to benefit or harm myself except that which Allah wills. And if I were to know the unseen on my own accord, I would have then accumulated a lot of good on my own accord, and no worldly misfortune would have touched me. I am purely a warner and a giver of glad tidings to the people who believe. هو الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وجعل منها زوجها ليسكن إليها فلما تغشاها حملت حملا خفيفا فمرت به فلما أثقلت دعوا الله ربهما لئن آتيتنا صالحا لنكونن من الشاكرين. It is He who created you from a single soul, meaning Adam, and from him made his mate, Hawa, for him to gain comfort with her. Then, when a male from the progeny of Adam covered, that is, had intercourse with her, meaning with his own wife, she was burdened lightly with pregnancy, and she therefore moved easily carrying it. And when she felt the burden to be heavy, they both supplicated to their Lord, Allah. Indeed, if you shall grant us a child as it should be physically and mentally sound, then we will definitely be thankful. فَلَمَّا آتَاهُمَا صَالِحًا جَعَلَا لَهُ شُرَكَاءَ فِيمَا آتَاهُمَا فَتَعَالَى اللَّهُ عَمَّا يُشْرِكُونَ. Then, when He granted them a proper child, they ascribed partners to Him with regards to His bestowal. Thus, supreme is Allah above all that what they ascribe. أَيُشْرِكُونَ مَا لَا يَخْلُقُ شَيْئًا وَهُمْ يُخْلَقُونَ. Do they associate with Him those false deities that do not create anything, but they themselves are created? وَلَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ لَهُمْ نَصْرًا وَلَا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَنصُرُونَ, and neither can they provide any help to them, nor can they help themselves. وَإِن تَدْعُوهُمْ إِلَى الْهُدَى لَا يَتَّبِعُوكُمْ سَوَاءٌ عَلَيْكُمْ أَدَعَوْتُمُوهُمْ أَمْ أَنْتُمْ صَامِتُونَ. And if you call the idols towards guidance, so they do not follow you. For you it is the same, whether you invite them or remain silent. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ عِبَادٌ أَمْثَالُكُمْ فَادْعُوهُمْ فَلْيَسْتَجِيبُوا لَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ صَادِقِينَ. O disbelievers, indeed, those whom you worship other than Allah are bondsmen like you. Then call them. They should then respond to you if you are truthful. أَلَهُمْ أَرْجُلٌ يَمْشُونَ بِهَا أَمْ لَهُمْ أَيْدٍ يَبْطِشُونَ بِهَا أَمْ لَهُمْ أَعْيُنٌ يُبْصِرُونَ بِهَا أَمْ لَهُمْ آذَانٌ يَسْمَعُونَ بِهَا قُلِ ادْعُوا شُرَكَاءَكُمْ ثُمَّ كِيدُونِ فَلَا تُنظِرُونَ. Do they, the idols, have feet with which to walk? Or do they have hands with which to build? Or do they have eyes with which to see? Or do they have ears with which to hear? Say, O beloved, that call upon your associates, that is, the false deities, and try your tricks on me and do not give me respite. إِنَّ وَلِيَّ اللَّهُ الَّذِي نَزَّلَ الْكِتَابَ وَهُوَ يَتَوَلَّى الصَّالِحِينَ. Indeed, my protector is Allah who revealed the book, and He befriends the righteous. وَالَّذِينَ تَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِهِ لَا يَسْتَطِيعُونَ نَصْرَكُمْ وَلَا أَنفُسَهُمْ يَنصُرُونَ. And those whom you worship other than Him, they cannot help you, nor can they help themselves. وَإِن تَدْعُوهُمْ إِلَى الْهُدَى لَا يَسْمَعُوا وَتَرَاهُمْ يَنظُرُونَ إِلَيْكَ وَهُمْ لَا يُبْصِرُونَ. And if you, O beloved, call them for guidance, they do not listen, and you observe them as if the idols are seemingly looking towards you, and they do not see anything. خُذِ الْعَفْوَ وَأْمُرْ بِالْعُرْفِ وَأَعْرِضْ عَنِ الْجَاهِلِينَ. And, O beloved, adopt forgiveness and command good, and turn away from the ignorant. وَإِمَّا يَنزَغَنَّكَ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ نَزْغٌ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ إِنَّهُ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. And, O listener, if a whispering from Satan provokes you, then immediately seek refuge in Allah. Indeed, He is all-hearing, all-knowing. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ اتَّقَوْا إِذَا مَسَّهُمْ طَائِفٌ مِّنَ الشَّيْطَانِ تَذَكَّرُوا فَإِذَا هُمْ مُبْصِرُونَ. Indeed, those who fear Allah, whenever a temptation from the devil touches them, they become alert, and at that very moment their eyes open up. وَإِخْوَانُهُمْ يَمُدُّونَهُمْ فِي الْغَيِّ ثُمَّ لَا يُقْصِرُونَ. And those who are brothers of the devils drag them towards error, then they do not fall short in misleading them. وَإِذَا لَمْ تَأْتِهِمْ بِآيَةٍ قَالُوا لَوْ لَجْتَبَيْتَهَا قُلْ إِنَّمَا أَتَّبِعُ مَا يُوحَى إِلَيَّ مِنْ رَبِّي هَذَا بَصَائِرُ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ وَهُدًى وَرَحْمَةٌ لِقَوْمٍ يُؤْمِنُونَ. And, O beloved, when you do not bring to them a verse, they say, why have you not made it yourself? Say, O beloved, I follow only that which is revealed to me from my Lord. This, that is the Quran from your Lord, is eye-opening and guidance and mercy for the Muslims. وَإِذَا قُرِيَ الْقُرْآنُ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَأَنصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. And when the Quran is recited, listen to it attentively and remain silent that you may receive mercy. وَاذْكُرْ رَبَّكَ فِي نَفْسِكَ تَضَرُّعًا وَخِيفَةً وَدُونَ الْجَهْرِ مِنَ الْقَوْلِ بِالْغُدُوِّ وَالْآصَالِ وَلَا تَكُن مِّنَ الْغَافِلِينَ. And remember your Lord within your hearts, humbly and fearfully, and softly with your tongues, such that only you can hear yourselves, morning and evening, and do not be of the neglectful ones. إِنَّ الَّذِينَ عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ لَا يَسْتَكْبِرُونَ عَنْ عِبَادَتِهِ وَيُسَبِّحُونَهُ وَلَهُ يَسْجُدُونَ. Indeed, those who are with your Lord, meaning the angels, are not arrogant in worshipping Him, and they proclaim His purity and they prostrate only to Him. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Suratul Anfaal, meaning the spoils of war. يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ الْأَنْفَالِ قُلِ الْأَنْفَالُ لِلَّهِ وَالرَّسُولِ فَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ وَأَصْلِحُوا ذَاتَ بَيْنِكُمْ وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ إِن كُنتُم مُؤْمِنِينَ. O beloved, they ask you concerning the spoils of war. Say, O beloved, Allah and the Messenger are the owners of the spoils of war. So fear Allah and keep matters amended amongst yourselves, and obey Allah and the Messenger if you believe. إنما المؤمنون الذين إذا ذكر الله وجلت قلوبهم وإذا تليت عليهم آياته زادتهم إيمانا وعلى ربهم يتوكلون. Only they are believers whose hearts fear when Allah is remembered, and when His verses are recited upon them, their faith their faith increases, and who trust only in their Lord. الذين يقيمون الصلاة ومما رزقناهم ينفقون. Those who keep salah established and spend some in our path from what we have provided for them. أولئك هم المؤمنون حقا لهم درجات عند ربهم ومغفرة ورزق كريم. Only these are true Muslims. For them are ranks with their Lord, and His forgiveness and honorable sustenance. كما أخرجك ربك من بيتك بالحق وإن فريقا من المؤمنين لكارهون. O beloved, the way your Lord caused you to come forth from your home with the truth for the battle of Badr, and a group of Muslims were verily unhappy over it due to a shortage of men and weapons. يجادلونك في الحق بعدما تبين كأنما يساقون إلى الموت وهم ينظرون. Disputing with you in the true matter after it had been made clear, as if they were being driven towards death, which they could see in front of their very eyes. وَإِذْ يَعِدُكُمُ اللَّهُ إِحْدَى الطَّائِفَتَيْنِ أَنَّهَا لَكُمْ وَتَوَدُّونَ أَنَّ غَيْرَ ذَاتِ الشَّوْكَةِ تَكُونُ لَكُمْ وَيُرِيدُ اللَّهُ أَنْ يُحِقَّ الْحَقَّ بِكَلِمَاتِهِ وَيَقْطَعَ دَابِرَ الْكَافِرِينَ. And remember when Allah promised you that one of the two groups of enemies is for you, and you wished to confront the one which posed no danger, meaning the group with no weapons. And Allah willed to prove the truth as the truth with His words, and to cut the root of the disbelievers. لِيُحِقَّ الْحَقَّ وَيُبْطِلَ الْبَاطِلَ وَلَوْ كَرِهَ الْمُجْرِمُونَ. In order that He may attest the truth as the truth and falsehood as falsehood, even if the culprits dislike it. إِذْ تَسْتَغِيثُونَ رَبَّكُمْ فَاسْتَجَابَ لَكُمْ أَنِّي مُمِدُّكُمْ بِأَلْفٍ مِّنَ الْمَلَائِكَةِ مُرْدِفِينَ. When you, O beloved, were supplicating for help from your Lord, He henceforth answered your prayers, that I am about to give you assistance with 1,000 angels, one following the other. وَمَا جَعَلَهُ اللَّهُ إِلَّا بُشْرَى وَلِتَطْمَئِنَّ بِهِ قُلُوبُكُمْ وَمَا النَّصْرُ إِلَّا مِنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ. And Allah did this but for your happiness and for your hearts to gain contentment. And there is no help except from Allah. Indeed, Allah is dominant, all-wise. إِذْ يُغَشِّيكُمُ النُّعَاسَ أَمَنَةً مِّنْهُ وَيُنَزِّلُ عَلَيْكُم مِّنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً لِيُطَهِّرَكُم بِهِ وَيُذْهِبَ عَنكُمْ رِجْزَ الشَّيْطَانِ وَلِيَرْبِطَ عَلَى قُلُوبِكُمْ وَيُثَبِّتَ بِهِ الْأَقْدَامِ. Remember, when He caused drowsiness to overcome you, it was serenity from Him, and sent down water from the sky that He may purify you with it, and to remove the impurity of Satan from you, and to give courage to your hearts and firmly establishing your feet with it. إِذْ يُوحِي رَبُّكَ إِلَى الْمَلَائِكَةِ أَنِّي مَعَكُمْ فَثَبِّتُوا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا سألقي في قلوب الذين كفروا الرعب فاضربوا فوق الأعناق واضربوا منهم كل بنان. And when, O beloved, your Lord was revealing to the angels that I am with you, so keep the believers standing firm. I will soon instill terror into the hearts of the disbelievers. Then strike above the necks of the disbelievers and hit them on each and every joint. ذلك بأنهم شاقوا الله ورسوله ومن يشاقق الله ورسوله فإن الله شديد العقاب. This is because they opposed Allah and His Messenger, and whoever opposes Allah and His Messenger, Allah's punishment is indeed henceforth severe. ذَلِكُمْ فَذُوقُوهُ وَأَنَّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ عَذَابَ النَّارِ. Taste this punishment for now, meaning imprisonment and being killed in Badr, and along with it for the disbelievers is the punishment of fire in the hereafter. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا لقيتم الذين كفروا زحفا فلا تولوهم الأدبار. O believers, when you confront an army of disbelievers, do not turn your backs to them. وَمَنْ يُوَلِّهِمْ يَوْمَئِذٍ دُبُرَهُ إِلَّا مُتَحَرِّفًا لِقِتَالٍ أَوْ مُتَحَيِّزًا إِلَى فِئَةٍ فَقَدْ بَاءَ بِغَضَبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَمَأْوَاهُ جَهَنَّمُ وَبِئْسَ الْمَصِيرُ. And on that day, whoever turns his back to them except for a battle tactic or to join one's own troop, he has turned towards Allah's wrath, and his abode is hell. And what an evil place to return to. فَلَمْ تَقْتُلُوهُمْ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ قَتَلَهُمْ وَمَا رَمَيْتَ إِذْ رَمَيْتَ وَلَكِنَّ اللَّهَ رَمَى وَلِيُبْلِيَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ مِنْهُ بَلَاءً حَسَنًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ سَمِيعٌ عَلِيمٌ. So you did not kill them, but Allah killed them. And O beloved, that sand which you threw, you did not throw. Rather, it was Allah who threw, in order that He may grant the believers a better reward from Himself. Indeed, Allah is all-hearing, all-knowing. ذَلِكُمْ وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ مُوهِنُ كَيْدِ الْكَافِرِينَ. Take this for now, meaning victory and spoils of war. And alongside this is that Allah is going to weaken the plot of the disbelievers. إِن تَسْتَفْتِحُوا فَقَدْ جَاءَكُمُ الْفَتْحُ وَإِن تَنْتَهُوا فَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ وَإِن تَعُودُوا نَعُدْ وَلَن تُغْنِيَ عَنْكُمْ فِئَتُكُمْ شَيْئًا وَلَوْ كَثُرَتْ وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. O disbelievers, if you seek a judgment, this judgment has therefore come to you. And if you desist from fighting, it is therefore better for you. And if you repeat the mischief by waging war again, we will punish you again, and your mob will not benefit you, no matter how large it may be. And with that is this, that Allah is with the Muslims. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أطيعوا الله ورسوله ولا تولوا عنه وأنتم تسمعون. O believers, obey Allah and His Messenger and do not turn away from Him, meaning the Messenger, after having heard Him. ولا تكونوا كالذين قالوا سمعنا وهم لا يسمعون. And do not be like those who said, we have listened, whereas they do not listen. إن شر الدواب عند الله الصم البكم الذين لا يعقلون. إن شر الدواب عند الله الصم البكم الذين لا يعقلون. Indeed, the worst animals in the sight of Allah are those, meaning the disbelievers, who are deaf, dumb, who do not have intellect. وَلَوْ عَلِمَ اللَّهُ فِيهِمْ خَيْرًا لَأَسْمَعَهُمْ وَلَوْ أَسْمَعَهُمْ لَتَوَلَّوْا وَهُمْ مُعْرِضُونَ. And if Allah had found any good in them, He would have made them to listen. And if He had made them to listen, even then they would have turned away their faces and gone back. يا أيها الذين آمنوا استجيبوا لله وللرسول إذا دعاكم لما يحييكم واعلموا أن الله يحول بين المرء وقلبه وأنه إليه تحشرون. O believers, present yourselves upon the call of Allah and His Messenger when the Messenger calls you for such a thing, meaning faith or the Quran or jihad or martyrdom, which will give you life. And know that the command of Allah comes between man and his heart's intentions, and that you are to return towards Him. وَاتَّقُوا فِتْنَةً لَا تُصِيبَنَّ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا مِنْكُمْ خَاصَّةً وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. And fear the fitna, meaning affliction and trial, which will not only reach a few selected unjust people amongst you, but it will also reach those who willingly did not stop oppression, and know that the punishment of Allah is severe. واذكروا إذ أنتم قليل مستضعفون في الأرض تخافون أن يتخطفكم الناس فآواكم وأيدكم بنصره وَرَزَقَكُم مِّنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ لَعَلَّكُمْ تَشْكُرُونَ. And remember when you were only a few, suppressed in the land, and feared that people may snatch you away. He henceforth gave you refuge and strengthened you with His help, and gave you pure things as sustenance, so that you may be thankful. يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا لَا تَخُونُوا اللَّهَ وَالرَّسُولَ وَتَخُونُوا أَمَانَاتِكُمْ وَأَنْتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. O believers, do not be dishonest to Allah and the Messenger, nor purposefully be dishonest in your trusts. وَاعْلَمُوا أَنَّمَا أَمْوَالُكُمْ وَأَوْلَادُكُمْ فِتْنَةٌ وَأَنَّ اللَّهَ عِنْدَهُ أَجْرٌ عَظِيمٌ. And know that your wealth and your children are all a test, and with Allah is an immense reward.
कुरान के मालिक गुजारिश है तुझसे मेरे दिल में कुरान बसा मेरे मौला।